Hello everyone. First of all, apologies for the state of my voice. It's completely went over the weekend. It's weird, I wasn't really shouting anything or like any massive events or like clubbing or anything like that. It just went. So it's slowly getting back now, but this is about the volume I can speak at. So hopefully you can still understand me quite well. Before we get into the main Malta reaction video, I just wanted to do this bit at the start to address some things and emphasize some points that I made. Because, as you'll soon see, spoiler for the video, I don't have the most overly positive opinions on Malta, and that's putting it lightly. So I wanted to clarify two things that I do say in the video, but I want to emphasize at the start here, so don't miss it. Number one, I wish all artists, including Miriana Conte, nothing but the best at Eurovision. And especially Miriana, she seems like a lovely person, and especially after she sadly had a car accident, the day after the national final. Thankfully she's okay, and I hope she's doing very well now. Like, my opinion on the song and the entry is separate from the artist, and that is the case for 99% of reaction videos. And the second and most important thing I wanted to say is my opinion is just my opinion. As I say at the end of my video every time, it means naffle in the grand scheme of Eurovision or how a song is going to get on. I have no sway. It should have no say really in your opinion of it. It's just there so you know my thoughts as an audience member. You know, you click on this channel to see my thoughts on songs, and I'm giving them to you. And I've always been open and honest about, you know, entries. I don't want to sugarcoat things when I don't think they need to. I don't want to be overly positive when I don't feel like it. That being said, I feel like the comments in this video, while I believe in the context and I still believe the content of the comments I make, I could have said in a less harsh tone, which can come across a bit mean, a bit grumpy. And for both, you know, again, meanness and also just entertainment factor, it wasn't great. So I just wanted to put this disclaimer at the start. If you feel I was being a bit too harsh in my tone, or just, you know, not entertaining to watch in this one, that's completely fair. I do apologise. I hope to be better than that. But I still believe in the content of my comments, and hopefully you can just more focus on those. Disagree with those, that's fine. But, you know, make that the subject matter of this video, and hopefully you can still enjoy this and take the important stuff from this reaction. Anyway, on to the main reaction video.
You doing all right?
She actually won.
Yep.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video on the ESC Harry channel. I hope you're all doing very well indeed. Today, we will be reacting to Malta's entry for Eurovision 2025, Miriana Conte, and I'll let you say the song title.
Kant.
Now, as with all of my Super Saturday content this weekend, I'm joined by my lovely girlfriend Georgia here, who's been watching the Super Saturday results. It was a late one tonight, wasn't it, with Malta? Flip me.
Yep.
We are tired. If we have low energy in this reaction, I mean, it's on multiple accounts for me, on multiple reasons I say for me, but one of them is we are just tired, to put it that way. MESC has just finished, and we have a winner. It is Miriana Conte. Obviously, I did not do a reaction to Malta's full national final, purely a time thing. I just didn't have time to get around to Malta this year. However, I have heard the songs and I have been watching the shows this evening. And I have some thoughts. I think you have some thoughts as well on Miriana Conte. I'll just say this now. Don't hate her. You are not allowed to hate my girlfriend. Direct any comments at me. But before we get into the main reaction, make sure to like this video if you enjoy it, subscribe if you're new to ESC Harry, and comment down below, what are your thoughts on Malta's Eurovision entry for 2025? This will be an interesting comment section, won't it? This will be an interesting comment section. With that being said, let's get to reacting. Okay, so hitting play in 3, 2, 1, go. Are you ready?
I don't know.
I don't think you ever can be. I will say this, I think the opening bit might be the best part. Like, the camera work here is quite good.
Yeah.
The lyrics aren't anything spectacular, are they?
Not really, but
They do feel quite basic.
I will say though, she is quite strong vocally. I'll give her that.
I never denied that. I remember her performance of Venom last year. She can sing. Thoughts on the outfits of the backing dancers?
I think it's paying homage to The Sound of Music with where it's got the do re mi fa. I think that's where that comes from. That's what I'm assuming.
That's fair. Outfit reveal. And there's the lyric, everyone. I feel like I'll expand on my opinions after. You get the rough vibe of how I feel about this song, I think, from the first minute. She certainly is serving the lyric, as people would say. And yes, before you say I'm not saying the word properly, I know it's a Maltese word. I still would rather not say the word. Up to me, all right? If you don't like it,
See, I would say it's a song that go off at a Euro club, but we already
know.
We already know.
Yeah, the group we were in already is like dance to this at a Euro club. Well, some of our group did. I mean, it works for the audience that it's meant to work for. I mean, we are a heterosexual couple, I do have to say, so maybe we're not the audience for it. In fact, I'm almost certain we are not the audience for this.
I like this bit with
That-
like, the like Sound of Music-esque, like I like that.
It-
Like, paying
yes.
homage to that I like. Also, she is slaying. It is great.
It's great vocals.
Yeah. I spotted this in the semi-finals, the hate comments almost in the background.
But you can barely see the comment.
That's what I was going to say. It's a nice idea, but you can't see it.
And also, how many of them are hate? Big note. She does flipping.
That was good. She did hit
And then the yoga balls.
the yoga ball that ran away again.
Did they run away again?
Yep.
There's every chance I have clicked the wrong one, I will say.
No, I think it was a different one.
I'm pretty... Yeah, this is song... Well, that was Miriana Conte. That was Malta's entry for Eurovision 2025. Right, so that was Malta's entry for Eurovision 2025. I'm going to start off with something before I get into the rest of my analysis. Genuinely, regardless of what I say here, congratulations to Miriana Conte. She seems like a lovely person in all the interviews. And she's gone to MESC many times. She clearly does want to go to Eurovision. This is, life-changing experience for her with this song. I'm going to get a lot more fans, and it's going to be fantastic for her. She's going to get a lot of exposure on this. So congratulations genuinely to her, regardless of my thoughts on the song. On my thoughts on the song, you know what? I'm going to hold off on them in a second. I'm just going to give you a statistic. The last time Malta sent a song in Eurovision that had any Maltese lyrics in it was back in the 70s. It was like 1972 or 1973. So the first Maltese lyric in over 50 years of Eurovision is a play on an English swear word. Thoughts?
Is, I think, how to sum up those thoughts. I mean, it got the televote scores.
It did.
That's the one thing, is if we're talking about what the Maltese public wanted to represent them, it did win the televote. So it's an interesting choice for that statistic, but
Yes. Because I know for certain people from Malta or people that have Maltese connections that wanted songs, for example, like Cantella, La 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 Keke, La 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 Kaboom. Yes, I did practice that in case they won. To represent them for that reason, because it was a favourite amongst the fans, and I think it could have done well. And it was in Maltese. It was fully in Maltese. It was a serious enough song. It wasn't like a troll entry or anything like that. In terms of my thoughts on this song, I hate it. I hate it. I think it's a lazy song to write. They came up with the joke and then didn't really think about it. There was like, and then literally the rest of the lyrics are just, ha, I'm Slay Girl. It's so Don's Latvia 2024. It's very hollow for me.
I thought you were going to insult like Hollow.
God no, I do love Hollow. I do love Hollow. Do not get that twisted. Anyone seen the Latvia video, you'll know how like I was treading carefully there. I appreciate this is maybe not for me. I understand that. And I know, look, I see you fans. I see you commenting your hate below. I see you. I do see you. I couldn't care less. At the end of the day, you've come for my reaction. I'll be honest, I was pissed off on this one. I was really pissed off. Because for me, this is a joke. This is a joke. It's a punchline. And this is now the second year in a row where I think Malta has chosen Euroclub over Eurovision. They have chosen a song that I think will do well when people are drunk and to dance to. In the contest, I don't see that.
That's an interesting point. Because ultimately, you think they're trying to pick something that they would want to get appeal.
Especially considering Malta hasn't qualified since 2021.
And I don't think they'll be qualifying this year.
No.
Unfortunately, as much as I'll say I'll appreciate the song, it's very good in the Euro Club. Not my personal cup of tea. It's one that I liked, but then I went off almost as quickly as I started liking it.
Yeah.
It's very roller coaster.
At least you were on at some point. I was never on. I heard this and I said I hated it.
But I think I can't see this qualifying.
I'm going to bring up a point before we get into my qualification. They need to change the staging. And I don't mean like in terms of whether it's good or not staging. I think they need to. Because at this current form, because there is no reference in the LED or whatever to the Maltese spelling of the song title, hand on heart, if I was a parent, I would not let my kid see that performance. Because I would not risk my kid repeating that lyric. I know, I'm fully aware it's a Maltese lyric, and in terms of the letter of the law, absolutely, it's fine to be in Eurovision, I think. But to be safe, you have to clarify the spelling on that.
What will be interesting is the EBU stance, because there will be this will be one that they will very likely have to take a stance on, or like take a stand in to be like clarify what can and can't be like done in terms of this. So it'll be interesting to see if this won't be the final form that we see the song or the performance in. You say it can't be.
I don't think it can be.
But it'll be interesting to see how they take it and what it ends up in, whether it even ends up going.
I think it will end up going. But I pointed this out in a video I'd done recently. No matter how many Euro clubs you go to, no matter how many girl slay bops you hear at Eurovision that have slightly sexual outfits, Eurovision is meant to be a family show. There is a reason why no swear words are allowed at Eurovision, and it's because it's a family show. And look, well done. You cleverly got a swear word in. Congrats. You cleverly got I'm just going to say it, a phrase used by the gays. Well done. You appeal to that typical Euro fan audience. Great. Appealing to typical Eurovision fan audience as well usually doesn't do well. The UK have done it the last couple of years. We've flopped. But you've got to think about actual Eurovision. And if I'm not even like the most like conservative person, I would not let my kids see that. Or even hear it. If I'm a casual Eurovision fan with a kid, I'm either muting that performance or I'm switching off Eurovision altogether. And that is concerning, I think, for the EBU, or at least it should be. In terms of how I think this will do, no, my luck, it will qualify. and I'll have a load of people laughing in my face. Probably. That's what's happened the last couple of years with my winner or my last place, I'll be honest. I don't think it should. In terms of quality, I don't think it should. It might. It's televote only at the end of the day. I think if this was jury owned, if there was an element of jury, no chance. At the end of the day, though, Malta do struggle with televote, so who knows?
Yeah, I can't see it qualifying.
No, that's fair.
If Sarah Benici didn't qualify, I can't see this qualifying. And
do you really want me to comment on my Sarah Benici opinions as well?
Maybe another day.
Maybe another day.
Maybe another day.
Anyway, that is our quite blunt thoughts on Malta, I'd say. But, and this is important here, guys, before you, again, I can see you commenting. I can see you commenting. Our opinion is not the correct one. It is just our opinion. Let me know down in the comments below, what do you think about Malta? I'm sure you're more positive on it than us. And how do you think it will get on in Eurovision? Once again, make sure to like this video if you enjoy it and subscribe if you're new to ESC Harry so you do not miss any Eurovision 2025 content. Please make sure to not unsubscribe after my thoughts. All that's left me to say is I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sure someone did. And we will see you guys next time for another video on this channel.
Take care, guys.